Disconnect the power. Turn off the toilet angle valve. Next, we'll demonstrate how to disassemble the toilet seat lid assembly. After flipping up the toilet seat lid assembly, you can lift from the lower section here, or you can lift the seat. The entire toilet seat lid assembly can be lifted up. If it's your first time disassembling it, it may take considerable force. Once disassembled, the entire toilet seat lid assembly can be lifted upward. Flip it backward and you'll see the water hoses. First, unscrew the two side flush hoses. If the toilet has been used, there will be water inside, so be sure to watch out. After unscrewing the two side hoses, next is the main water hose. The main water hose is generally harder to remove. You may need to use a wrench to assist. Once all the hoses are disconnected, there's still one foot sensor cable on the right side. Loosen the connector for the foot sensor cable first, then unplug it. After that, there's just one power plug remaining. At this point, you can fully remove the toilet seat lid assembly. Prepare the above tools in advance. After removing the assembly from the toilet ceramic body, first open the cover. The fixing screws are located on both sides of the cover, each covered by a decorative sticker. Peel off the decorative stickers first. After removing the fixing screws, separate the cover. After separating the cover, there are connecting cables between the base and the cover. These need to be removed. That completes the separation of the base and cover. Next, we're going to replace the pulse valve. After separating the base from the cover, you can see the pulse valve, which is located in this area of the base. We'll need to remove its mounting screws, as well as its connecting cables to the mainboard, because this model has many cables pressing over the pulse valve. We need to reorganize the cables first, before we can remove the pulse valve. Start by loosening the mainboard. Once it's loosened, the cables around the pulse valve can be slightly repositioned, so you can find their corresponding connectors. First, locate the pulse valve control board. Some of the pulse valve's cables are bundled with it, including the cables connecting it to the mainboard. Cut the cable tie holding those cables. Once loosened, you can separate some of the cables and start unplugging them. Unplug the pulse valve control cables. Some other cables may run toward the cleaning device, but since there are many cables here, we'll remove only the necessary screws. Now loosen both the mainboard and the pulse valve mounting screws. Next, remove the hose that runs from the pulse valve to the solenoid valve. This hose uses a quick release connector, so press on the edge while pulling outward to remove it. Release the clip in the same way. There are still some cables attached, so lift up the mainboard. You can rotate the board upward, and without unplugging additional cables, you'll now be able to remove the pulse valve. Take the new pulse valve, and note that depending on the version, its appearance might be a bit different, but the installation method is the same. There's a hose at the back that connects to the cleaning solenoid valve. which needs to be installed facing backward. Organize the cables that were removed from the mainboard. Then place the new pulse valve into position. Its shape should fit snugly into the base. Mount the bracket to secure it. And tidy up the cables slightly, since the mainboard needs to go back into place. Once the mainboard is back in position, reconnect the power supply cable to the board. And then connect the two control cables on the new pulse valve. Be sure to match each one to its corresponding color-coded connector. Also reconnect the cable between the mainboard and control board. After everything is connected, check for any abnormalities. Make sure the wiring is correct and the ground connection is secure. Then screw the mainboard back into place. Reinsert the hose into the new pulse valve. Push it in firmly and give it a gentle tug to make sure it's secure. Finally, reassemble the base and cover and reinstall it onto the toilet ceramic body. After the repair is complete, reconnect the base and cover. Pay attention to the connecting cables. Each plug has an extra slot as a guide. After reconnecting the cables, check for any issues. If all is normal, reassemble the base and cover. Reinstall the fixing screws. Reattach the decorative pads. Next, reinstall the toilet seat lid assembly onto the toilet ceramic body. After finishing the repair and installation, when reassembling the toilet seat lid assembly onto the toilet ceramic body, first organize the cables, and then the hoses. Start by tightening the main inlet hose in the middle. Be careful with the threading. If misaligned, it'll be very difficult to screw in. If it feels hard to turn halfway through, use a wrench to assist. After the installation is complete, place the toilet seat lid assembly back into its original position. Press down the locking clips, then reconnect everything. Open the water valve and plug in the power.